What is up, guys? My people, my DC to be fam. You like that? I just came up with that, but I didn't come up with that. Good morning. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's morning for me. Welcome along. I got an exciting video for you guys today. I'm gonna do one of these day in the life of a chiropractic student videos for you guys. It's gonna be an exciting one, got an exciting day. I got classes, it's like 6:15 right now. I got class at 7, got a full day of classes, then I got an event later this evening with the Amped Club, which is a club that I'm involved with here on campus. It's a business and networking club where, look, like in school, you're gonna learn all the technical, the science and the art of being a chiropractor, right? And that's amazing. However, you don't get the business and the practical skill level of being a chiropractor, which is growing a business and the systems that it takes to grow a successful practice. So what's amazing about this club is that it's a group of doctors and students that can share their insights on how to get those systems in place so that way you can become and apply your technical skill, your science and the art of being a chiropractor into a successful practice, ultimately achieving your goals in your mission of serving your community, impacting the world through chiropractic, and being the best chiropractor, the best you possible. This is gonna be an awesome event. I'm excited for that tonight, excited for the day, got a lot of excited stuff planned. I'm gonna take you guys with me and hopefully give you guys some tips and insights on my day and what's going on throughout the process. So let's go ahead and get this day started. I'm gonna get some coffee in me, believe it or not. I drink coffee. People are like, Steve, do you need to drink coffee? Well, the answer is probably not. I have enough energy because if you notice, talking to you guys fires me up, man. I get excited to be able to share with you guys because it wasn't that long ago that I was in your shoes thinking about, do I want to be a chiropractor? Do I have what it takes to go through chiropractic school? Do I want this to be my next 4 years? What's chiropractic school like? I had a lot of unanswered questions and I turned to YouTube to kind of see if there was somebody like me standing in front of the camera talking to you guys about chiropractic school. So I'm excited that I can provide that for you. And if you have any questions, comments, or just want to get to know me, man, because I want to connect with you, definitely let's get that conversation rolling, and I want to answer some of your guys' questions as well. And I plan on providing a lot of value in the next upcoming videos, answering a lot of your guys' questions. Okay, cool, so that's my little rant. Let's get into the video. I don't have any transition footage, so I'm gonna play the footage for the Amped event, a little video that I put together to promote the event tonight. So I'm gonna play that. All right, guys, let's get to it.
Hey guys, my name is Kent and I've been a club leader here with the Amped Club for 3 years now. And the number one thing that I hear from every single student, the most impactful event that they've been to is the launch event. The reason why, it gives them that vision for what they can do in their future. And we have doctors coming to campus to talk to us about that. It's completely free. This is an event that you do not want to miss.
I hope you learn to make it on your own. And if you love yourself, just know you'll never be alone. I hope that you get everything you want and that you chose. I hope that it's the realest thing that you ever know. Hope you get the pretty girls that's pretty at everything. $1 million cribs, having $1 million dreams. And when you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing, that one man could change the world.
Okay, so I'm heading to my musculoskeletal lab right now. So it's the anatomy of muscles, bones, nerves, arteries, and veins. Particularly, we're going over the upper extremity today. And I want to show you guys the labs in here. It's called the anatomotage table. It's a system that we use to examine and do a visual dissection of everything. And it's really cool. It's a real actual live cadaver that they scan in this computer system database, and then they upload that, and then we can actually see the visual cadaver. And then we can it's like an AI, and we can actually physically tap and cut away and view the muscles and the arteries and the veins. Really, really awesome. It blew my mind the first time I saw it, so I'm gonna try to get some footage of it. What's up? So just got out of lab. It went really well. These tables are so cool, aren't they? We went over the forearm and the hand. Now I'm walking over to another room, going over a SI session, student instructor in session. We're gonna go over some biochem, just clarify some different topics that we've been going over. Still haven't eaten yet though. We're not using it because we just ate, so we're not exercising. So now we're metabolizing. Okay, let's just put it all towards the glycogen. Glycogen's going to get maxed out. Well, now I have all these glucoses in the cell, these G6Ps in the cell.
right? They're not just going to say it's G6Ps, so what's going to happen? Insulin's still high in the blood, right? It's going to go to pyruvate. Pyruvate is then going to go to acetyl-CoA, but acetyl-CoA has so many different fates. One of those fates is going to be diacid synthesis. Because we're not exercising, not working out, we don't need to phosphorylate that for energy, because we don't need the energy. So what are you going to do? Store it as fat.
Just got out of that SI session. It was super awesome, super helpful. That guy, that teacher, he's like an upper quarter student, but super awesome. Really good session to learn from. So I got my first thing I'm eating today. Usually it's what, like 11 o'clock. Usually don't wait this long to eat, but just so happened today. Yeah, I've been really focused, but been good days first, and I'm gonna go to the rest of my classes after I eat this. Coffee, some tea, and a bunch of fall clothes. Packages from my mom are the best. Oh man, I love my mom. Funny thing was, she put some cash in the little tea box, which apparently she had sent me a few weeks ago. She sent me a card with some cash in it. However, though, whenever I got the card, it had been kind of broken into a little bit and the cash was gone. So not blaming anybody for it, but it was definitely a misfortune and event. And whenever we saw the cash was gone from the card, I felt bad because I knew my mom was sending me cash, and I told her, and she was very angry, and I was a little bit pissed off too. Like, that's messed up. Like, who would steal money out of a card, right? But he said, you know what? If somebody has the audacity to take money out of someone else's card, like, it's a felony charge, number one, but if someone has the audacity to do that, then you know what? They need that money a lot more than I do, right? Sometimes you just gotta pray for people and have empathy for others and know that, hey, they're probably really struggling in this life, and they probably do that need that money. But anyways, so I just got back to my place after done with classes for the day, came back, got some work done. And whenever I get back home from school, I like to just review everything that I have learned today. And I also got some other work done. I took like an online quiz and so forth. But I got a few minutes to spare, so I thought I would answer some questions for you guys before I head out to the event for tonight. So I got a list of questions that some of you guys have sent me. Here, I got a couple questions about prerequisites. That'll be a full video that I'm going to address. Got some couple questions about financial situations in chiropractic school. That'll also be something I got to address because I know a lot of people got a lot of financial questions, and finances are a very important conversation to have. So definitely going to make a full video or multiple videos about that. Let's see. Got a lot of study questions. Jerome asked some study habits outside of the classroom. I made a couple videos about that, my midterm and my final exam videos. You can check that out on my channel. But notice how, I'll talk about this, because notice how whenever I talk about study habits, or I talk about like changes in your diet, or I talk about like the tactical things that people want the answers to, I never necessarily give the tactical answer first. I'll certainly give the tactical answers, and there are lots of tactical answers that I want to be addressing in this channel because they're just things that we need to know and understand so that way we can go out and crush it. We're ahead of the curve. So certainly I want to mix both, but I always address mindset first because I believe it's the place you're coming from that ultimately is going to decide your fate. So I can give you all the tactical answers I can. I can give you all the study habits I possibly can and tell you this is exactly what you need to do. But if you're not in the right mindset, then you're not going to set yourself up to get you to where ultimately you need to end up. And also true is that I believe once you have the right mindset, the tactical, the little steps in between are just going to fill themselves up naturally, right? Because what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you, right? But however, if I can put yourself in the right frame, the right mindset to go out and crush it, then you'll know exactly what you need to do to get the results that you want. So there's a man. He is on this journey. He has this vision to go find this mystical palace that has been long talked about in historical context. And at this palace is all the treasures and wonderness and everything he has ever imagined is in this palace. And so he set this journey that he was going to go find it. However, this journey was a very long, dangerous journey, and he had to travel through this deep, dark, heavy, cold forest. And as he's going down this forest, it was a cold night, the weather is cold and freezing and miserable, and it's scary in this dark forest. And up ahead, he sees this cabin, right? So he sees a nice, warm, lit up cabin. So he runs up to the cabin and seeks immediate comfort. Now he gets in the cabin and it's warm, it's cozy. He's got the fireplace on, he's got a blanket, he's got some tea in the cabin, and he feels comfortable. And so he sleeps there, and then the next morning he wakes up and looks out and sees a deep, dark forest, and he says, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I kind of like this cabin thing. It's nice and cozy here. I can stay here. I can deal with this. However, all along, the man failed to realize that just up ahead, just over the crest of the hill, he would have seen in the distance the palace was not too far ahead. However, he failed to recognize that because he stopped going on the path. So I literally just made that story up on the cuff. But you guys can probably already see the point, but I'm gonna address what the point that I wanna get across, I guess, here is, in life, I see this everywhere. If you're like you and I, we have chosen, or you're choosing or thinking about wanting to be a chiropractor, and you have a great story behind that. There's a reason why you're here. But with that, we have a vision and dream for our lives. We have a vision and dream for how the change we want to make in the world. We have a vision and dream for our family, for our friends, the life we want to build, how we want to impact our community, or whatever we want in our own endeavors. Yet, I believe that majority of people have these visions and dreams, yet why don't most people achieve them? And I created this story, but I think it's an interesting story to think about, and I think it's because we all live from the perspective of the man trying to find the palace, right? We all have this dream to chase, this purpose, this idea, this life that we want to create for ourselves. But then we run across the cabin, and we want to stay in the cabin, and it's hard for us to leave the cabin once we're there, right? We settle for places of comfort. And I look especially so in today's society, man. Like, we live in such a cozy culture today. I mean, man, for one, we sit inside an air-controlled environment for the entire day. We barely have to move around. We don't have to run away from scary animals or kill things for food. I mean, heck, I can get my food and my groceries delivered to my home. I don't even have to get up off this chair. Well, maybe you have to go to the door and take the food from the person that gave it to me, but come on, right? I have access to the internet. I can watch a sporting event that's happening across the globe, right? I can access anything I want on this thing. How incredible is that, right? And there's a lot of greatness to it, but at the same time, it makes things pretty easy, almost too cozy sometimes. And so for you and I don't want us to fall in this trap whenever we're going through school and pursuing our goal of becoming a chiropractor, or doing things bigger that are above chiropractic. I don't want us to fall in this hole, especially while we're in school, right? And this channel is dedicated to giving you the resources necessary to go out and kill it while you're in chiropractic school, so that way you can go and kill it once you're a chiropractor, and go and kill it in your life in every aspect. But I often see too many people in the classroom just not even fully engaged in the classroom, but then they want to make excuses or reasons why not to study. They just want to cozy and take it easy. They don't want to put in the work that's necessary to learn the material well. They don't want to go to the SI sessions. They don't want to go to the tutoring sessions. They make excuses or reasons why, and some are okay excuses, but we make reasons for why not to go and do these things that are going to benefit ourselves. And I see it outside the classroom too. I'm big on getting involved off of campus. I see people make excuses why not to go attend clubs, why not to go get that seminar, why not read that book, why not change your diet, why not change your exercise regimen, change your lifestyle, change your thoughts, change your mind, change your relationships that you have. But yet we all seem to settle for these things. Why? Because it's our place of comfort. Because we are where we are because we're comfortable with who we are. It's scary to expand past our comfort zone. It's kind of scary or fearful to want to work hard. Because you know why? Because it questions who we are. It questions your current reality, right? So sometimes it's easier just to stay in the warm cabin, or like to stay in the cozy arena that we've created for ourselves. However, though, I ask you though, if you stayed in the cozy cabin, are you going to reach the palace of greatness? Right? And not only is that a disservice for yourself, Which, by the way, it should be for your, like, you should put yourself in front of the game. You don't deserve to be in the cabin. You deserve to be in the palace is number one. Picture yourself in the palace. But it's also a disservice for the world, your community, the people you're going to impact as a doctor, which could be anywhere from the thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions. But more than that, it's a disservice to God. Whether you're religious or not, and you believe in God or not, look. The number one thing, and you'll hear this a lot in chiropractic world, is you'll hear many people say that chiropractic never chose me. Or, sorry, I messed that up. That I didn't choose to be a chiropractor, chiropractic chose me. And many of you probably feel that way. I know I felt that way. But the truth is, it wasn't us that chose chiropractic. It wasn't us that chose that fire in our belly, that dream, that light, that vision that we have for our life. But God put that there for us. God put that journey, that vision, just like the man in the story. God had put that vision into his soul, into his spirit. And he felt that, and he chased that, man. We're in school, we're in chiropractic school, we're chasing our dreams here. But it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be scary at times, right? We're gonna have to push ourselves, we're gonna have to change who we are. Why? Because to get to somewhere where you've never been before, you're gonna change the person that you currently are. I don't know why I just went on that rant for it, but man, I'm speaking, I just felt that inside of me and I had to let it out. Hope that hit for some of you guys here. So my number one tactic with all of these questions that I get, and I want to address tactical stuff, right? Like I would love to give you guys like tools and resources and different tips that I have learned from over the many years of going through school and failing in trials and tribulations and things that I have learned that I've attributed to some of my success and things that I'm doing well. But at the same time, like mindset comes first. It's that pursuit of not chasing comfort, right? And knowing and really putting your heart in that position of that vision where you want to be in your life and recognize that it takes the daily discipline, the daily acts that are necessary to get you there and focusing on those things and not settling and like play that in your head whenever those tough times comes and you don't want to work or you want to make excuses or you're complaining, to just think of it as if, man, I'm just in a rough spot, you know, I'm just in the deep dark forest and I'm complaining. It's okay to complain sometimes, but you know what? I'm not going to sit in that cabin. Because I know the palace is ahead. And man, you deserve to be in that palace. I know that. Cool. So, walking over to the event now. Bringing all my camera stuff with me because I'm doing some filming for the event. So, should be awesome, should be cool. I'm pumped for it. Expecting a big turnout, so see how this goes. Looks so good. What? Now hold on a second. You didn't honestly think I was gonna go for that pizza, did you? Now let's be real. I thought I was gonna eat that pizza, that is why I made this right here. It's a wonderful dinner that I made, so that way I'm not gonna be hungry whenever I go to the event. Because you see, I knew there's gonna be pizza at this event, and I knew that if I arrived hungry, you best believe I'm going to eat mad pizza. So at least now I'm not going to be hungry when I get to the event. I'm going to be fueled with some healthy food. But also I know myself more. And I know that if I see people eating the pizza, I can smell the pizza, I hear people talking about how good the pizza is, I'm going to start getting hungry, regardless if I just ate 5 minutes ago. So because of that, I'm also going to be packing some snacks. So I'm going to get some almonds and a protein bar, maybe a little piece of fruit, just to have on deck in case I get hungry again. And that way I'm not like, oh, I'm hungry now, I'm screwed. But nope, always have a plan in place, know yourself, and prepare. Because not preparing is preparing to fail. What's up guys? So I just got back from the event. It was super awesome. I got a little bit of footage there for you guys, but it was such an amazing event, man. The AM Club, it's so awesome. Such an amazing group of people, awesome doctors. So glad and so thankful that they were able to come in and speak with us. Definitely gives me that fire, that energy to start pushing forward and to give more and to serve more. So closing this night out, it's pretty late, I don't know what time it is, but I got an early morning tomorrow too, so I'm just gonna close it out with a little snack. I got something unique that you guys might not have heard of. Let me put this down actually. Much better. I got some broccoli sprouts, and that is broccoli sprouts. Now, I love this as a little snack, especially after I just came back from that event. I got that high, feeling good energy. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this and eat it. Now, broccoli sprouts are extremely high in a compound called sulforaphane. And I've talked about this on my Instagram, but sulforaphane is a chemical that has a lot of health benefits to it. It's good for anti-aging, anti-cancer, it's good for the brain, it's good for your health and your immune system. So I like just to eat a little bit of this. I haven't eaten any of it today, so I like to get my dose of broccoli sprouts in. You get used to the tanginess flavor of it, but this stuff's actually super cheap. If you can find it, you can also grow it on your own. And I've talked about that on my Instagram as well. Now, I'm also gonna have that and some wild blueberries. These are wild blueberries, not conventional blueberries, because apparently, did some research on this, that, you know, conventional farming, it numbs down the amount of nutrients that's contained in the food. So even some health foods in a lot of these vegetables don't have the nutrient density that they used to have many years ago. Wild blueberries is a lot higher in antioxidants, so a lot more nutrient packed in there. So I'm gonna eat these out, close this out, get to bed because I got an early morning tomorrow. And hope you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.